This time, a complete novice who hasn't made a beer kit or any sort of alcohol before is going to make a batch of stout. James has been on the channel before, a couple of years ago now, nearly 3 years ago.
I think
that was the last time it was dry. We sat outside, have a beer. James hasn't made homebrew before, and he's going to show you how easy it is to make a kit of stout. Now we're not going to just make a plain kit of stout here, we're going to put some additives in it. And we're going to put some here. We're going to put some Simcoe hops in it. We're going to put some coffee beans in it. And cacao powder. So I haven't thought in the name of this yet. It's going to be a chocolate coffee stout or something simple as that.
Maybe the first taste is when the name will come to you.
Whatever way, the first smell or the first...
You never know.
And that's it. One thing to add here, the Cooper's kit that we're using is 3 years out of date. But that shouldn't be a problem. I've just threw the yeast away, and you're going to use Mangrove Jack's Empire Ale Yeast M15 for it, and that should be alright. So you ready to rock, Jim? First beer kit?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's get the show on the road, as they say.
Okay, Jim, I'll put that there for you to handle. So the first thing we're going to do is put boiling water in the kettle, from the kettle into the pot, and melt some sugar.
Going with the water.
Stuff. And it's the full bag we're going to use anyway.
Oh, that's nearly getting it actually.
And once we get that sugar melted, we'll add some dark malt extract and melt that into it as well. I don't need...
Last bit of grit on the bottom there, I can feel.
That's good. So next stage is a wee bit messy, unfortunately. If you could pour it kind of slow, is your spray malt there, so...
Just actually, I don't want to.
I can hold that if you want, aye. It's good.
So how much of this are we putting in?
We're putting it all in as well, so if you just cut a wee corner off it there. Like a bowling alley here, knocking all my bottles of water down.
This is dusty stuff, eh?
It is dusty stuff. So we can maybe, as we go, it will clump and stuff, but it will, you can see the nice colour already.
It's the steam's actually making it.
It is, aye, maybe it just
clog at the...
clots it.
A wee opening there.
Maybe make it a wee bit bigger if you wish. Aye. No, that's not bad now. Well, you've made a less mess than what I was expecting there. So
aye, yes, I think the steam coming out of the pot there's kind of keeping the dust level down.
That's good.
See it off.
Aye, that'll keep Mrs. Hoppy happy.
Gathering at the opening here of the bag. This wee bit here again.
And that does impart a nice flavour into the batch. When you're a first time home brewer, you generally just tend to just use the tin alone, and that's it.
A bit off of there.
There we go.
That's it.
Job done.
She's all in. She's nothing on the bottom there. Aye.
So we've still got a bit of stirring today, so that'll be fine. So the next stage is, Jim, is we're going to measure 120 grams of cacao.
Cacao powder.
And we'll empty that in.
Right into here. Pull that down. This is already opened, isn't it?
It was opened, aye. So I don't know if you want to use a tablespoon for it or not, or is it going to be...
120 grams?
120 grams.
Right, so we're at... Does this not only go up? Oh, it's a 500 gram. Right. There's 37. 60, 70, 80.
And then, just the same again, just add it in as you stir, and that should...
It's not pouring as nicely as the other stuff. It's like patting your head and rubbing your belly at the same time.
Aye. And I don't think I've told the people yet watching that we're going to use, the water that we've got is actually distilled water as well, so none of this tap water nonsense. And I've made beer with my distilled water before, and you do taste it.
Tell the difference.
Oh, it's far better at the...
Yeah, I think any brews, it's all in the water, isn't it?
Aye. You can definitely taste it's much cleaner.
Smelling like a big Malteser now with the chocolate and the malt.
Smells nice, I must say.
Right.
Well folks, I wish this was smell-o-vision, I really do, because it smells delicious in here.
Even though I know what chocolate and malt and all that smells, it's the first time smelling them all together, isn't it?
Me too, in fact, because I've never done this before.
Aye, that's looking good there, man. It's like a big pot of chalky milk.
So next stage now, Jim, is to just test the can over there, see how hot it is. If it's hot enough you can lift it out, if not I'll give you the dish towel. Is that alright?
Alright.
If you just put it on the table here,
Yeah.
there's a can opener there. If you just dip the can opener in the sanitised solution,
Yeah.
that's good, because that's going to touch your product.
This looks a wee bit swelt, isn't it? We're going to get
Aye.
a bit of pressure release.
Maybe get a wee, because it's been heated for a while, it might get a wee...
No, people do them this
I
way,
think
but I
it's-
think they come out neater this way, do you know?
Yeah, that's it, that's good. So this is, what's that, 3 year out of date, this stuff?
This leaves, cutting the lid off this way leaves a pretty sharp edge
Aye.
on the tin, but be careful. Oh.
So if you can leave it on a bit and just, well, not forget what I said, you can just take it off if it's going to be coming off. Oh, look at that, lovely.
Lord.
Aye.
This might be messy.
Aye. So,
Oh, smell it.
aye. So what we do with that now is, Jim, if you want to just pour it into the...
I don't want to scorch us on the bottom here.
You want me to get that, is it?
Oh,
You're alright. I'll get the...
so ready to just to tip it over
Just
now?
tip it all in there, aye.
I'll try to get the...
Oh,
My
dunk.
Lord. Hoo-wee.
Have a sniff of that now, man. That's delicious, isn't it? If I can try and coax some out if I put some hot water in it.
Get the majority of it anyway, hopefully. There's some thick stuff out in it.
Seen a video on YouTube this week, a guy using a 9-year-old out-of-date can of this stuff.
I don't think it's really... Obviously everything by law has got to have a
Aye.
best before for their shelf life and that, but I think it's... I don't think this stuff will ever go off.
So, we'll just if you plonk it down on there, I'll pour some water into it, and that, we can let it sit for a bit just to...
Yeah, a wee stir in there too. Let's get rid of it.
Let's get it in there, okay.
That's hot.
Magic.
Happy with
That's
that?
what we like to see.
Rolling
Ready to
out.
rock, so we're just...
This is going to end up all down the side. You want to give that a wee kind of, so I don't get it on the handle.
Just
We're
running
dunking
off,
it.
aye.
Right, here we go.
Made that look easy.
Success!
That's good. Getting all that nice concentrate. Oh.
For video, and we'll take the short route here and I'll scrape every last bit out. There we go. She's all in there. Smell that.
It smells delish, doesn't it? So that only leaves now, Jim, to put the rest of our bottles of water in there.
Aye.
This is all distilled water.
It's filled to the brim, that one. Try and get the vortex technique going here. There we go.
Yep, perfect.
I think that's us, eh?
That's it. What does the temperatures read on the side of it? Hopefully it's about 20, 22. About 20, 24 will be good.
It's reading about 27 now.
27. That's not bad. That isn't
With
too
that
bad.
amount it's warmer at the bottom than it is at the top, so I think
Right. A wee mix.
a wee mix.
Aye.
We'll get it there.
I think generally about 26 is a temperature to pitch your yeast at, but 27 isn't critical. 30's aye is too hot, it'll kill yeast. So we're on the verge, we're right on the cusp of...
Aye, so it's tap's starting, it's coming down a wee bit. Now it's warm, it's still a wee bit. It's just warm, the barrel's warm because I had the hot in it at first. But it's coming down now.
God, it's come down to 26 now, isn't it? So that's good. So if you just take the tap to the left a wee bit, and we'll draw a wee sample. That's good. Oh.
But there.
Maybe a wee touch more just so as we can read it clear. That should do us, I think. So 1.4, right, so that's looking good. So it's 10.4 and it's 2.46, 1.46 there. Would you agree it's 46? The wee lines come up and...
Aye.
Two,
Two. I see
is
two
it 44 you think?
2 lines above that, so it's 41.
They got them 2s.
44.
44.
Yeah, 44.
1.044. Now that's going to end up with a beer about 5.5%.
Aye.
Because we took that out of the sanitised solution, you can pour it into the fermenter again. Yep. No bother. So Something else to put a bit of flavour in it is Jim's brought out a muslin bag from the sanitised solution there, and we're going to put 200 grams of coffee beans.
Once it stops dripping. Do you want to?
And I'll come and cut the bag for you.
Aye. Right.
Put it all in the 200 grams, yep.
That's all in.
That's it.
Right, so just into here with it.
Yep. So James has taken the bag out of the sanitised solution. We're just opening it up and we're going to put it on the weir. And then we're going to add hops to it. So if you just break bits off there and just get our 60 grams worth, or close enough to it, it doesn't need to be exact.
Hold on, it's teared again. Right. Jeez, what's compacted? Six. $58. 60.
Perfect.
0.25.
Spot on. It's been 9 days now and I think the fermentation is done. I pressed stop on the camera instead of record when we were adding the hops bags just to the mixture and the yeast, so but it's literally just that, dropping it in. But as you see here, the wee airlock hasn't moved. I was away at a festival there Thursday to Monday, so it's now Tuesday, and we're going to draw a wee sample out of this. First of all, because this was lying, I'm going to give it a wee spray with some sanitizer. Fill it right up so as we can see it more clearer, the markings on the hydro. And let's just sit it here for a bit till it settles. So this is a GoPro I'm using at the moment. It doesn't have a nice close kind of lens there, but it's showing 1.010 on the scale of the hydrometer. So original gravity is 1.044. and the final gravity is 1.010, 4.46% alcohol. So I was looking for about 5, so I was there. So there is no bubbling still. So I reckon that's still just a touch high. Maybe check back tomorrow, and if it's still the exact same, we'll bottle it then. But there's certainly no bubbling happening in the airlock. But I think we'll just give it another day here. We'll see you tomorrow. So it's actually been 2 days since we tested it last, and I think we'll give it a sample now, but I think it's going to be ready to bottle. Let's do it. So that's it bottled. 44 bottles we got out of the batch. And I sampled the wee hydrometer there, and its initial flavour's pretty good. Definitely the coffee's there. And before, when I took the lid off to take the hops out, it was Simcoe hops. Take the Simcoe hops out, I squeezed all the bag as much as I could, pretty dry, until it was most of it was in the batch. General stir, and then that circulates that through the whole batch, and then that goes in each bottle. So it's pretty even, but very dry mouthfeel. Not really getting a great sense at the moment because I'm smelling the hops, but there's definitely coffee in the taste. So we'll give it a taste in a couple of weeks and we'll take you with us. Catch you then. That's it. So we're pouring this out, folks. This is Jim's brew.
So far, I mean...
Oh, it's coffee.
Don't want to get any of that.
I don't want any of the yeast at the bottom.
It's a wee bit.
So it's been about a month since Jim made his first batch of brew ever. And it's been bottled for just over 2 weeks at the moment.
It's not too bad.
Ah, it's alright.
Sediment in there.
So we're going to go for a wee nose on this and see if any of our ingredients has lasted the pace. Coffee, cacao and Simcoe hops.
Right.
Let's give it a wee snifter here and see what we can get. Well, right away the coffee's lit.
As soon as I opened that bottle, man, it hit me right in the face.
It's
It's
predominantly coffee in it.
coffee, very strong coffee.
Very strong. It's like probably going to be like drinking iced coffee.
Possibly. I mean, the pour there, they mistook that for store-bought the way it came out the bottle.
Aye.
It was nice pressure and
It is
carbonation.
It is carbonated a wee good bit as well there. I can see the bubbles are coming up. Can't see through it through the other light here.
And it's quite dark. Nice and dark.
I'm not getting any of the cacao right enough, I must say. It's
No,
just
Just the coffee.
Coffee.
I mean, it's probably there, but that coffee's overwhelming.
it might be in the taste.
The coffee, it's starting to dissipate a wee bit now.
Aye, it's starting to kind of. It reminds me of Bourneville plain chocolate.
Right.
You know, that dark plain chocolate, but with a coffee smell.
Right.
Anyway, there's only one thing next to do, and that's get a wee taste of this.
Taste test. This is what we've been waiting for.
Cheers. Jim's first ever homebrew kit. Let's do it.
Cheers.
It's definitely stouty.
That's lovely.
There is a wee bit of chocolate. You know that cacao is very dry anyway,
Aye,
and that's dry.
It is there. The coffee's, it's really strong with the coffee.
Coffee's above
Definitely.
anything else, isn't it? Nice and creamy. It smells nice and creamy.
Smooth, and the aftertaste is still got that coffee aftertaste there. There is a slight hint of chocolate in there. Slight, like I said, it's there, but the
coffee's just
overwhelming it a bit.
The coffee's just booting its arse.
Even the smell's still there. It's really smooth, but with the fizz, with the carbonation, still got a wee bit of a fizz in there. But it's nice and smooth. Creamy, like you said. And a strong aftertaste. It's got a bite to it, doesn't it?
It's
The coffee.
It's very dry.
Aye.
My mouth is drying up as we speak.
I can feel that. I think that's the...
So when you think on it, we've got the coffee, 200 grams of coffee, which will be dry.
Aye.
The cacao, which is dry. And the hops, which will be bittering it as well.
Aye. I think that's what I'm getting, that coffee and that the hops, a wee bit of bitterness off the hops.
I think we made the right amount of hops in there.
Aye.
The cacao's getting lost for me.
Maybe up the chocolate, the cacao, and maybe a wee bit of...
I'd
say half of that coffee.
That's what I was going to say.
Baseline
Yep.
to start an next
I think 100 grams of coffee the next time.
It's really coming out. It's so prominent in this.
Aye.
Even the first taking the cap off the bottle was...
It was coffee, wasn't it?
Coffee right away. But it's nice. I like it.
I feel it's needing a wee bit of sweetness in there.
Aye.
Just a wee hint more of sweetness. Because it's dry and bitter, isn't it? It's dry all over the place.
It's not, I don't think it's something I can sit and drink bottle after bottle, but a way I treat stout says it's mass for sipping anyways, you know.
Aye.
Because I like a nice strong stout. So I could sit and sip that, no problem.
It's not a session pint.
A few beers and one or two of them.
Aye. There's Mrs. Hoppy in for a sip of the...
Would you like to try my beer?
A sip of Jim Stout.
Tell us what you think.
And the folk on YouTube will see your reaction to it. I don't think she likes stout much anyway, do you?
No, I tried it.
Do you like coffee? You might like this. It's like a cold coffee drink almost. With a kick to it.
Lovely.
Is it?
Yeah.
And look, I've not got the light on you either.
Oh no.
It's nice if you like it.
It's okay, but...
If it's your thing,
Yeah,
yeah.
I don't drink beer again.
Aye. It's quite unique.
Yes.
So that's... Wee bit less coffee the next time.
Aye.
I don't know if we could put more chocolate in that because 120 grams is quite a lot to start with. So I'd maybe leave it at that.
Just bring a coffee down a wee
Bring a
bit.
coffee down so as the chocolate maybe comes up to equalise it. And then I couldn't get my favourite hops the last time, Cascade.
Cascade down.
That's my favourite. Simcoe hops is usually associated with your lighter, piney beers, your
Aye.
pale ales.
Pale ales and that, aye.
And I'm not that proficient with other versions of
That's what
hops.
I'm getting. I'm getting that kind of citry kind of coming through with it too,
aye.
that you would get with an IPA.
Aye.
It's coming through with it too.
And that is a bit kind of dry as well,
Aye,
isn't it?
aye, it is. Aye.
Bit bitter and dry. So
The bitterness for the citra kind of.
aye.
For the
And
hops.
to think, I used to put 100 grams of hops in my beers too. But Cascade, I've ordered Cascade at the moment. It's winging its way to me, but it smells great.
Aye, it's full-bodied aroma there, definitely.
It just needs a bit less bittering and a wee tad of sweetness in there somewhere along the line.
Aye, sweeten it up there. But I think maybe the bitterness too with the coffee and bringing that down.
Aye,
the bitterness away,
that might
and
solve.
maybe up the sweetness with
Aye.
the cacao,
Aye.
possibly. Just a
Maybe double the cacao the next time.
And brew with
Well, this is what homebrew is, Jim. It's all about experimenting.
Together.
It's experimenting
My first
stuff.
time, you told me what to put in it, and then
As long as you take notes of what we had done the first time, and then
get a
just change it,
reference to
aye.
go by
And then you say, well, maybe put a bit less coffee in this time, a bit more cacao, and we'll see how that works out. And if it brings this kind of and change a hop.
But if I'd done this all by myself, researched it, I'd be happy with that.
Oh, I mean, there is nothing wrong with it.
I'd be happy with that. I'm happy with it.
And you know what I think might be doing the sweetness in a tad as well here? We used a 3-year out-of-date can. So that might have waned somewhat out of that because that should be sweeter than that out of tin.
Exactly.
Cooper's tin is sweeter than that. So because it was so far out of date,
Might have lost some.
it might have lost a bit of its oompa loompa.
Well, with the tools that we had, what we worked with, I'd say that's a pretty good result.
I've tasted a lot worse, put it that way.
Aye, even paid for
And
a lot worse.
and it smells great. Some of the stuff you get out of Witherspoons on these beer festivals that I've never near at. I mean, that would sell out in Witherspoons.
Aye,
That stuff.
someday it would get a pint of that poured. They'd be hard fetched, telling that I've never brewed before my puff.
right.
And
it's been out of
put
date
that
ingredients and
together.
stuff.
I know what I mean. There you go.
Aye. So it's still fizzing away quite the thing there too. It's well carbonated. You kind of hold the glass to the side a wee bit.
It's
You know?
holding the bubbles in there better than most stouts.
These glasses haven't got widgets around in them, so that proves
There
it.
you go, result.
That proves it. It's not a beer review with a big belch, is it?
A big rift. I'm impressed. I'm actually quite taken back how it turned out. Even though that's not quite how we expected it, it's still
Perfectly acceptable, isn't it?
it's pretty good.
And if you can, I mean, you've got your share of the batch there. You can by all means have a couple of night. There's nothing wrong with you drinking it at the moment because it's ready to rock.
It's only going to get better in the bottle.
It's only going to improve a wee bit of air conditioning in the bottle for the next month, 2 months maybe. Even keeping that, it would never last in this house to Christmas. But if you keep that for the winter, that would be perfect, man.
I'd probably drink maybe one of them a night. That
Aye.
would satisfy my palate.
Aye.
Couple of regular beers, maybe a couple of IPAs, and then wash them down with one of them, or even have one of them on the side to sip away at.
Aye.
I tend to do that with my stouts, my stronger stouts anyway.
Aye. And as I said, it's only 4.3%.
It tastes stronger than that.
It's got a lot more going on than...
Aye, it tastes, I mean, the body and everything, you would think that's a lot higher percentage beer.
Aye.
I mean,
Certainly.
you would, to buy that out the shop, something with this kind of flavour, you would expect to spend a few quid on it anyway, I would have thought.
The coffee just sticks to your tongue and your upper...
The aftertaste for it is just,
It's very pleasant indeed.
it's not too much. It could be adjusted, put it that way. For the first time, I'm quite pleased with it.
Very
And you
pleased.
being a
I just prefer it with
veteran.
Cascade. I prefer it with Cascade hops in it
Aye.
because that's the hops I prefer.
Aye.
But I
being a
say,
veteran brewer who's
Aye.
brewed many times before, then
well, I'm very happy with that,
aye, definitely.
and that shows you've got an out of date tin of malted barley, Coopers or stuff like that, syrup, and you'd throw it out. So
Most people would.
you would throw it out because you think it's out of date. Whereas the only thing you need to buy for that is another pack of fresh yeast.
Right. In
They-
3 weeks, you've got a decent.
3 weeks you've got
stout
40
sitting there.
pints that you would have
40
tossed away.
aye, 40 pints, aye.
So there we go, folks. From beginner to the glass. Bit of a success story here.
Result.
I think Jim's got the bug.
Cheers once again.
I think Jim's got the bug. So he can make my beer from now on. That's perfect.
That's the deal. That was the small print.
I'm doing nothing but slurp this thing, man. But there we go, folks. So from start to finish, it's quite a result, I think.
I think it is, aye, definitely.
And that's how easy it is. Don't need any experience at all. Just watch YouTube tutorials. Everything's all there. Most expense of homebrew is buying everything to start with.
Because
it's
sugar in that.
quite even all the kit, the barrels and stuff. It's all expensive.
Aye, your barrels and all that.
But once you've got all that, you're just £13 for a can of that malted extract.
Can't beat it.
And so see if we can do a quick mathematics here. So that can of Coopers was £12.
Right.
Bag of sugar, 80 pence. £4 for yeast.
16, 17 pounds.
£5 for the bag of malt extract.
So we're about 22 quid.
It was probably another £4 or £5 for the bag of coffee beans.
26, 27 quid.
We had cacao, 120 grams. That was £5 for a whole big bag of that. So that's pennies.
£27.
£27. Say less than 30 quid, and you've got 40 pints.
Aye. So what does that work out? That works out about
So it's going to be about
Less than
80
a-
pence a pint or something.
less than £1 a pint of a stout that's, I would say,
Plus it's made-
eyes anyway, it's bra.
Plus it's made with distilled water
There
as
you
well.
go, aye.
So,
you
so
know
that's another.
you know exactly what's in it. That's the biggest bonus, I think.
It's clean, it's fresh.
You know what's in it.
It's clean, fresh, no contaminants in it, pure water it's made with.
And it's not a. Sometimes you get these stouts that's like, aye, the taste there, but it's as if they've just put the bare minimum in. It's really watery. The percentage is low,
very thin
no
stuff.
body to it,
Aye.
and they're selling it off the shelf. This right here blows them out the water.
I actually stole a wee review of this last night myself. I couldn't hold my pish, man.
A wee secret review on your own.
I felt it was kind of thin, but that could be just lack of sweetness in it. And I think that the only thing that is because the 4 year out of date was the malt extract.
Right.
And you said yourself, bit less coffee next time. That's exactly what I said.
That's the aftertaste I'm getting just hanging around is that coffee. And I think if I waited with it in between sips about 5-10 minutes, I can probably still.
Aye.
It's quite a robust. It's not too overwhelming or anything like that. I mean, you
But
know
it's there.
It's there. It's
You know you've
there
had
and it's
coffee.
prominent.
So that's it, folks. Success story. Pardon me. That's Jim the Brewer now you've got to call him. Then we'll maybe see him on another video sometime. So we're going to sit and finish this beer here. And we'll see you in the next one. A few more tutorials coming up. I've got a wine one coming up as well. But plenty coming. We're going to be a Saturday, Wednesday on the channel from now on. And subscribe. Come back and see us and we'll
Don't forget to hit the like button.
don't forget to hit the like button and we'll share a beer in the future. Catch you later.
Cheers. Bottoms up.